Oh.
And in 3, 2.
Hello, everybody.
One.
Oh, we're
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to KaliKonversation with me, Rick,
and me, Nate.
and our very special guest who we've been trying for almost a year.
Oh, has this been really that long?
Dude, from the very time that
Wow.
we started this, we've been trying to get around here.
Yeah.
This is my good friend and one of my students.
Yeah.
Freska.
Hi. Hi, guys. Thank you.
Thank you for
having
So here's a few things that I wanted to bring up because obviously our show is KaliKonversation, which Kali implies it's some kind of martial arts.
Yeah.
But we've also told our guests that we don't really just dabble in the martial arts stuff. But seeing as that you are a martial artist, let's talk about that first. Taekwondo.
Yes.
Tell everybody what you got.
Okay. I
Oh,
started.
and by the way, she tried to choke me out the last time we were together.
Lies.
I have pictures.
I know. But it's,
In her defense, your neck was a lot wider back then.
yeah, and then you turned a little bit, so my elbow wasn't right under your
Oh
chin.
yeah.
So
Because I'm.
I couldn't get that good.
the good choke.
Yeah, I couldn't
Yeah.
get. I
Knock
couldn't
me
lay it
out.
in deep.
No, you have to poke him in the lower spine first. And then
Yeah. Or it's when I just kind of like do one of
There
these
you
in the
go.
back, and then so you're like.
You guys are
So
evil.
then you become, you can
Yeah,
get all the air out of there.
See, you guys are plotting my demise already.
pretty much.
Dang.
So you'll be like thinking about this versus taking this.
All your students are trying to kill you for some reason.
I know.
What does that say about you?
I know.
I'm a good
Lovable
teacher.
guy.
I'm
Lovable
a good
guy.
teacher. Somewhat.
Yeah.
All right, so Taekwondo. What you got?
Yeah, so I started Taekwondo back in 2000, gosh, I don't know,
2000
2002 or something like that, with Master Ernie Reyes.
Oh, wow, nice.
At West Coast Martial Arts. Maybe it was.
Was he down here?
2001. No,
It was
I want to say it was Sunnyvale or
Right.
Santa Clara.
West Coast.
Yeah, so I was over there for a little while, and because I was trying to get into stunt work in LA, and so one of our
We know somebody.
well, back in the days,
can
there's
still
a
do
certain
that.
shelf life, right, for stunt
Shelf life.
stunt people. No, that's what they call it. That's what they say.
No,
you know?
I get it. I know.
And so, anyways, so I was going to Master Ernie Reyes for that, and then after that, I started doing. I was cross training, and I was doing Kempo. So I was doing Kempo karate for about 2.5 years, maybe, and then did some kickboxing, boxing, which is what I really love. I don't like getting smashed in the face, but
You like boxing.
yeah,
That's kind of like your only target.
yeah, it's like a
Well, just so you know, fascinating fact. Her and her father used to watch boxing religiously.
Oh
Anytime
yeah, that's
boxing
it.
was on.
Started when I was 3 watching. Yeah, I'll go back to that.
Okay.
And then I ended up going to a school in Foster City, and that's
Wow.
where I got my first and second degrees. And then
First and second degree. How long did that take?
Second
you?
degree. Wow.
Yeah, she's better than you.
Probably.
No. Well, if you add everything together, maybe 5 years.
Yeah,
Wow.
definitely.
That.
Yeah.
A lot faster than me.
Yeah,
5
Taekwondo's
years.
pretty fun. Yeah.
And then what happened? And then then I went to another school, Dancers Academy, Taekwondo in San Bruno.
Oh, this is a dancing academy. What
Yeah,
the hell?
I was like, wait,
no,
who knows
no.
what?
Were you a
She went into
No.
ballet all of a sudden.
Ballet.
Yeah, it's good for kicking.
But actually, it translates
Yeah. Oh, yes, definitely.
in dance.
Well,
but,
you know, Paulsky, my nephew.
Yeah.
When
Oh,
he
yeah.
started taking classes, he goes, "Dude, we're doing the same exact."
Well, you
stuff
know
you do."
in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, their main actress was a ballet dancer,
Right.
and then she, that's why her kicks had really nice lines
see
and
that, yeah.
stuff like
Very
that.
nice.
But anyways, and then I did jujitsu,
like all these facts that we
and
all
then I
know.
did no-gi jujitsu for about a year, and then
No-gi
and
jujitsu.
then gi.
Okay,
about,
for our audience, what's a no-gi jujitsu?
where you don't have a gi on. So
Well,
it's
I get
just
that
more
part,
of like
Street.
the kind of jujitsu that you would see like in MMA, where they don't have
Oh yeah.
they don't have the clothes to grab onto. It's
Which is
different.
really weird, right? Because in the first MMA, the UFC, when Hoist was there, they
Oh,
always
yeah.
had their gis on.
Yeah,
Yes,
Horst did.
yes.
Nobody else did though.
Yes, that's correct.
And then they stopped wearing shirts because they were getting choked out.
Every time I do.
And then what was it in 2? He used his own belt to
Yep.
choke the guy out. So
Did he really?
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Well,
that. I just remember
no,
the time
Shamrock, right?
he just held the guy for like 40 minutes
Yeah.
until the guy was tired, and he was like, "I'll be here all day."
That's funny.
I think that was a rematch.
Yeah, so it's good. I mean, I love martial arts, and I started watching boxing when I was 3 years old with my
Right.
dad, and so
3.
you know, in between rounds, we would have, you know, pillow fights, or he'd hold up like the pillow, and I'd be like, you know, trying to like box
Doing pad
and
work.
stuff, doing pad work, and it was really cute. And then I remember watching all kinds of different fights, like
Right.
Roberto Duran,
Oh,
Sugar Ray
wow.
Leonard, Hagler, Hearns.
And just like all of her other, she's only 24.
Yeah.
So
She is.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah.
like all of her other
Yeah,
guests.
again.
ESPN from the past.
So it was fun. Yeah, Howard Cosell was like the was the cop.
Was the guy.
Because, yeah,
Him and his
commentator.
toupee.
I was like, we know a guy that likes doing a lot of mitt work, so if you ever want to hit someone.
Yeah. Oh, you would love Mickey.
Yeah.
Thank
Coach
you.
Mickey is he's got to be on drugs all the time because he's just going.
Oh,
on.
gosh.
This guy-
Why are you slandering the man? He's just
He's my
energetic.
buddy. He's a good
He's just energetic.
very. Oh, dude, no,
Well, he himself said he has ADD.
yes, but he's just,
I don't know how true that is.
and he's a great knit man.
Well, martial arts probably helps.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he
as
burns out
it's
a lot of
very
energy.
very therapeutic.
Mm.
Very
Oh,
therapeutic.
So is that why you kept on going, the therapy behind it, or?
Yeah, it's a good question because my dad, as much as I love him to death, I tell people this all the time. He was a very, he had a lot of anger issues. He was very angry. So that's probably why he was such a great boxer, because he was supposed to be, I think it's the 52 Olympics in Helsinki or something. He broke his
Wow.
thumb.
see that part I didn't know.
For the
Your-
Philippines.
Your dad was
For the
a-
Philippines, and he
He
did
was
not.
lit.
But he did not want me to do any kind of like martial arts. I had been asking
Really?
since I was 12. He's like, "Oh yeah, go look in the phone book." Find out like, yeah, and I'd call the. This when we had phone books.
Yeah, that's what this is, folks.
Yeah, this is like
a phone book.
turning a phone book under Yellow Pages martial
not
arts.
the pages on your phone.
Yeah.
Swipe
So
right.
yeah, swipe. So yeah, and he was like, no. And then when I found a boxing gym, he didn't want to come with me. And then one day, he was like, "Let me see your wraps. Let me see you wrap your hands." And he was like, "Oh, who taught you that? give me your hands." Time. And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And I'm like, "Why don't you come with me?" You know, I must have been in my 20s.
Yeah.
And he was like, it's not for girls.
It's
And
not
I was
for
like,
girls.
I go, Dad, I was like, Dad, I'm not
No,
bad. I'm not
for girls.
I go, I'm not bad, you know? And so he came with me to the gym, and he was like, wow, you're pretty good. And so he was like, you know what? You should probably try and get, you know, try to fight in Golden Gloves and stuff. I think you'd probably be to him, he was like seeing the potential, right?
Wow.
But I was like, then later on he saw me and he was like,
Never mind.
no, he goes, you would be good at boxing, but you don't like getting punched in the face, and you don't have the heart to take it. And I was like, you're right. But when it comes to legs and feet and stuff,
Yeah.
then
You had
it's
a-
really
yeah.
weird, because it's like you're gonna get kicked in the face just like you would get smashed in the face with somebody's fist. But
Yeah.
anyways,
That makes no sense.
No,
It
it,
didn't make
does.
any sense.
Because
I don't know.
Isn't Taekwondo sparring with helmets?
No, not all.
no,
the
but I
time.
did karate, and karate was like, I mean, we
Oh.
had helmets, but we didn't have hogus, we didn't
Yeah.
have any of
Right.
that stuff.
So
And
full contact.
oh God, yeah. And then I remember I did. I was at a Muay Thai school in off of Mission Street, Navarro's.
Oh, I know
and
Navarro's.
yeah, and man, that was the first place I got dropped. Oh my Lord. I was
First-
like, oh my
the
God.
first place.
It was like a tunnel vision, and you just hear.
Don't you like? Isn't that the worst feeling?
It's the worst. Yeah, it's the worst feeling. But then when it happens again, you're just like, okay.
Whatever, right?
It's kind of like, okay, I already know the process. It's like my air will come back in a few seconds here, you know.
Wow.
Or it's
The
like,
first time-
and my eyesight will
Yeah.
come back. Yeah.
The first time I
That's
got
right.
dropped, there was a girl. She was a green belt. I was a white belt.
Oh yeah.
And it's at Belisso's. And, you know, I guess I must have been a little cocky, so she just decided I had to get down on the ground.
little.
But I mean, and that's a nice thing about martial arts. It humbles you.
Oh,
There's always
big
somebody
time.
faster, stronger,
Big-
better.
big time. Yeah.
You know, or maybe they might not be faster or stronger than you, but they have a better technique than you, and
They got
you
lucky
know.
that one day.
And so it's always a lesson, right? You just go in with an open mind, and I think, you know, that's the best way to approach it.
So
But
it seems that if your dad had knocked the wind out of you early on, you might have stuck with boxing a little longer.
maybe, but what he did do would scare the daylights out of me, my mother, and my sister. I mean, he would terrorize us with violence, and he was an alcoholic.
Oh.
Well, there you go.
And so it was one of those, like, and he had a very
Okay.
commanding voice, a very thick Filipino accent.
no.
Dad, what? You know, like one of those.
Francis, come here.
Yeah. And
Francis,
so,
you come here.
oh, yeah.
You come here now.
No, it was just the look.
Oh.
And you already
Yeah,
knew
yeah,
that either you get this done or you're done. You know, like
Somebody's
that.
gonna get a bit hurt.
did
Somebody's gonna get hurt real bad.
so did he do that typical Filipino thing of is it the belt or a sack of rice?
He
What did you
never.
do?
The funny thing
Oh.
was, I think he only beat me once or twice.
Wow.
But what I saw him do to my mom, like that was really crazy. But that was also, and my sister. And so that was one reason why I said to myself, I'm going to learn how to defend myself. Because first of all, I'm never going to get together with a man that's going to do that.
Right.
But if there's ever a time when I don't know this person might flip out,
Right.
I'm going to choke him out, or I'm going to take his legs out, or I'm going to punch him in the throat, or, you know, grab him someplace
That's
and
funny.
whatever it is.
You know, and I suspect you could do that these days. I mean, being a second-degree black belt, you actually could probably take
But
care
I
of
think it
yourself,
also
I imagine.
depends. Like somebody might be like, whatever, a third or fourth, and then when you apply it in real life and in a real life situation, sometimes people freeze. And you don't know, and you
There's
don't
no
know what.
standard.
And there's so many different
So-
aspects of, you know.
So here's how we get around that, because you're exactly right. We talk about that in our class all the time.
Yeah.
You know, can you turn it on when you need it?
Right.
And
We'll
a
be
lot of times
right
people
back.
can't, right? People get to a point
One of
where,
those.
see, I don't even.
I know.
No,
I didn't think you would.
No.
But it's like that.
yeah.
Because you just, you know,
But
you
but
don't.
and that's why, you know, like what you just did, right? And I'm like,
Right.
this is what we teach our guys. I mean, you got to understand that one of the things that we say in our classroom, right, goes, you're in our class. That means you're in a safe zone. No matter what happens,
Yeah.
you're never going to get hurt maliciously.
Right.
You're going to get hurt,
Yeah.
but it wasn't malicious.
Right. Because it's people that, and that's another thing too, is when you
Yeah.
find a school like that, because not all
Yeah.
schools are like that.
No.
Not everybody you train with is going to have that same respect for you.
Right.
And
Oh, we weed our people out real big.
Yeah.
We do not let jerks into our class.
yeah, and
Yeah, we let people like you in.
Yeah, we would let you in. For
Hint,
sure.
hint, hint.
Thank you.
She is already a student. Although she hardly ever comes to class.
Right.
Hint,
Then
hint,
when we
hint.
do class, it's outside of the class.
Right. At the park. At the park.
Parking lot at Macy's.
No, the parking lot over at Gillard Park.
Yes.
That's where I trained her.
That's right.
And she calls me a cool name, and I usually don't like that name, but she calls me that name.
I want to know why. Why
She's
do
the
you call
only
me
one that
that?
can call me that. She's the only one that can call me that.
What do you
See,
call
she doesn't
me?
even know what I'm referring
Yeah.
to. What name do you call me?
What, Rick?
No,
No.
no.
Rika?
Well,
No.
no.
That's his name.
That's my name. But
The
you,
title you
Coach?
gave him.
Yeah,
Yeah. Why do you call him
Coach.
Coach?
I think it's from the Taekwondo days. Cause
No,
everybody-
I never called him coach.
But I like it. I mean, from her.
Yeah.
I kill anybody.
I don't
Anything
know,
from
I-
Pretty Women
I
you
think-
like.
no,
so
I
don't
think-
No,
know.
she's my friend. I don't think of her that way.
I think for me, it's just the.
Melba says hi, Michael.
Hi, Melba.
Just throw that in.
Hi, Melba. I don't know. I think for me, it's just what the kind of authority and knowledge figure, you are to me. That
Oh, cool.
so to me that's and I take a coach, very personal.
Yeah.
So
Aw,
from when
I
like
feel special.
because I think like to me it's when I ran track in college, and I
Right.
think that would be probably one of the best coaches that I had, and he used to actually own this gym.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
How funny is
Coach
that?
Tom, and then Futaba
Good.
and Jim bought it from him. So it used to be called Weight City before it was
Yeah, I
Physio
remember that,
Magnifique
yeah.
back in the days. Yeah, so
Oh, I
Coach
didn't know
Tom
that.
was my track coach.
Oh
How
wow,
funny.
small world.
Small though. No
Yeah.
wonder you know Futaba.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it was. He was just great. I think a great coach is able to. They don't speak to one person the same, because not everybody's not to me like
Thank you. I've
people's
been trying
learning
to prove that point to
people's
everybody.
learning styles are different, their
Yes.
backgrounds are different.
The way they comprehend things is different.
Yeah, and so and I think that you're great at that. So for
Thank
me, when I say coach, like it encompasses everything that I have, my background of
Right.
what that means to me.
Now, the second name that he referred to also, which very few people call me, is Rick.
Oh,
She actually not my family, so she can call me Rick. He doesn't even call me Rick.
oh yeah. He's like, that's weird.
He just calls me old
I
man.
call him old man. I don't even use
Seems
his
like
name
that's for
anymore.
real.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
old
He's
man.
like old man.
Hey, old man. His daughters call me
him
old man.
Oh my, hey old man, really? How old are your kids?
7 and 11.
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
funny.
Hey, old man. I'm like, hey, kids.
They'll even answer the phone, be like, "Hey, old man, my dad's not available right now."
Yeah.
Oh
what do you
my
need?
god, that's so funny.
No, it's not.
It's hilarious.
It's not a term of endearment for
hilarious.
you?
Well, it was cute the first time, and now it's just that's my name to them.
Pretty much.
Oh
Old
my
man.
God, that's funny.
Dad, it's the old man.
When they're not talking to you directly, they will refer to you as Rick.
Or sometimes they call me Kuya.
Oh,
Everyone's
okay.
That is cute, though.
Yeah.
Kuya is
That's
pretty
nice.
cute.
Yeah.
That's good.
Big old. What?
Yeah.
Well, no. Going back to the idea of the coach, the way you were describing to me, or what popped into my head when you were saying that is a parental figure.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's that
I
authority
just-
figure that I could learn from.
I just got
Right.
older again by 20 years. Thanks a lot.
No,
Yeah,
it's a
um,
parental figure, not necessarily as a father, because there's
Yeah.
a difference in
Yeah.
that. A
'Cause
mentor.
there's a physical aspect of the learning, and then there's the mental aspect of the learning, and that's life to me, right?
Right.
So that to
Well, I
me,
appreciate it. Thank you very much. And
Yeah.
you can continue to call me coach because I am your coach.
because I remember you'd be like, "Why you call me that?" I'm like,
You
"Because
used
I
to
want to."
Yeah, see, well, no, because it was just odd to me that somebody would call me coach.
I think he said, "Why do you call me coach? You only came to class one time, or something,
Twice.
twice,
Twice.
something like
I
that."
have this old picture when she and I first met, when we had our first class. It was at Gillett Park.
Oh, you do?
And she came in real ratty. She did not look anything. Her hair, she had the hood on. Her hair was a mess. She had just come out of the house.
I think I've seen that picture.
And then she was getting ready because she was going to go to work later on that day.
Uh-huh.
So we I'm just going to go a mess. I'm going to train with this guy. I'm going to go home and then I'm going to fix my stuff up. Because
Wow.
you remember this?
Yeah.
No makeup at all.
I don't remember you
whatsoever.
taking a photo.
Oh
though.
yeah, I will send it to you.
Oh God, that's fine. It's not a show. It's not a fashion show.
And then the first
So-
thing I said, so can I put it on Facebook? He goes, you better not.
I'm like, oh no.
So he put it on Instagram instead.
I'm sure he did. He like
Did not,
broadcasted
did
that
not.
for the world to see.
No, he did
I'm
it.
very honest with my words. If I say something, that's what I would do.
I know you're a man of your word,
Yes, I am. Or at least I
and I
try.
appreciate that.
Ew,
Yeah.
You can't even deny it.
Yeah.
I can try.
So, what do you think of McGregor? Because he's got a fight coming up tonight.
For you
Yeah.
against Poirier.
Because I know you
One-
watch fights all the time.
I would. It's funny because he does a lot of that ropey dopey stuff,
Yeah, well,
and in there, and I've never been one to support showboaters. I
Thank
don't
you.
like that.
yeah.
But you can't take away his skill.
No, he's,
you know?
yeah. So there's two types of people. The ones who want to see him win and the ones who are waiting to see him get his ass kicked.
Yeah, yeah. I would say
I'm
I'm
the
the
latter.
latter. Yeah.
I
the
just want to see him.
Either
But-
way, he's a good showman.
Yeah, he's
Oh
a good,
yeah,
very,
and,
yeah.
and he buy
he
sells
was
tickets.
good. He's good for UFC.
Yeah.
And Dana knows it. That's why
Oh,
they're
for
giving him all
sure.
that money.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, I'm one of those that want to see him lose, just like I wanted to see Mayweather lose. But
Yeah.
you cannot.
Again, you cannot take it away
You
from
can't
him.
take away their
Yeah.
their skill, and and that's what speaks for them in the
Yeah.
octagon or the ring or
Yeah.
whatever. So
I'm still waiting to spar with you, young lady.
you're crazy.
She's an infighter. No,
She's-
just the
she's
way I'm
saying
talking
that
about
as-
her, she's like,
Yeah, yeah.
What does that
yeah.
mean?
She well, in a right? Infighter.
yeah, in boxing. Either you have those that kind of keep their distance with the jab, and those that like to come in and hit the body.
Oh,
Infighter.
that
Yeah.
infighter. I thought you meant kind of like.
No, I'm still using boxing
Range
terms since you
fighting.
said
Yeah.
boxing was your
When
biggest.
we're always close quarter.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah, I
always
know,
close.
which is weird to me. Not weird. It's awkward for me because
Yeah. A lot of
Taekwondo's
people have a
kicking
hard-
range.
A lot
So
of people have a hard time with
I
this
don't
because
like to be that close because when I'm that close,
your legs are gone.
that's
No,
that's
no.
like clenching close. But you're like, you know.
But I'll tell you
have to be
this:
like
we're
that.
close quarter
There's
partners, but
different
we
things.
don't clinch.
Right.
We don't
No,
clinch.
I understand that. I get it. But I like learning different ranges.
Yeah.
Of,
Oh no, we teach all the ranges. You
Oh,
know,
I know you do.
It's what
Let's hold
we just
extension.
like being close because that's where the real fight happens. Out here, you're just kind of tagging each other.
Right,
just a
right, because I'm
bugger.
trying to run away. I'm trying to get away. I'm not trying to engage, you know.
Did you fight tournaments at all
Yeah.
I
back in the
did.
day? How'd you do?
In what though?
Taekwondo. I imagine,
Taekwondo.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
Taekwondo
karate?
and karate.
Too? Yeah.
Yeah, I only did a couple. And there were some of the ones where it was mixed, where you just kind of go and it's all martial arts and whatever.
Ah.
Did
And,
you fight any of Ralph Castro's tournaments?
No, it was where was it? It was in the East Bay. I forget the name of it. I just gave away the trophy that I got because I was like, I don't need this. I don't need
She's
this
cleaning house. Somebody all of a sudden bought a Freska
yeah.
trophy.
So it was like, yeah,
think I saw it on
along with the
eBay.
1985 bowling trophy that I got when I was a
You're a
kid.
bowler too?
Bowling.
You were a bowler too?
Yeah, no, this was when I was a kid.
What was
though.
your average?
Sarah Bowl.
Sarah, oh my God.
My average, a little over 100.
Then you were not a bowler.
She was a
I
kid,
was
she
a
said.
kid. Give me a handicap of I don't know what it was.
Did you have the bumpers on though?
No, we didn't have bumpers on. We didn't have bumpers
So
on.
when did you have your growth spurt? Because I've seen the picture of you. She's the tiniest little Filipino girl you've
growth
ever seen.
spurt? I am still small. What are you talking
Well,
about?
as a Filipino, you're tall.
Yeah,
What,
it's sad.
5'6"?
Yeah, I'm
She's
Yeah, yeah.
5'6".
I'm a
I
giant.
mean, come on, Melba is this tall, so
I'm only 5'3".
Melba's here. Come on,
She's so cute.
she's
so
like
sweet.
4'9.5" maybe.
She's diminutive.
Yeah.
She might be considered a dwarf.
Could be.
I think so.
A duende.
But
We all are.
Yeah,
Well,
but-
we all are.
but
Like I
don't
always
tell
say
her-
that Daly City is the Shire. Like
yeah,
you know,
there you go.
it's part Mordor because it's friggin' foggy, and then it's the Shire because
See,
they're all little.
you're gonna give him. He's gonna choke
Oh, I
on
was
his
trying so hard not to spit that out. Hold on. Oh.
It's
The
true.
Shire, I
That's
like
The
it.
Shire.
hilarious.
All these
It's
little
hilarious.
hobbits
I like
running
it.
around.
That works for me.
So was your coach Tom Gandalf?
Don't get
Yes, I guess so. He was very protective of his athletes, and yeah, he was really great. Because she owns a boxing gym in Pacifica called Babyface, which is Blanca
Yeah.
Gutierrez, and so we met in we used to run track together. So she was a distance runner and I was a sprinter.
Oh, okay.
And so that's where we met. And he used to tell me, Coach Tom was like, yeah, I would be the one freaking out day of the meet.
right.
And she would be freaking out like the day before the meet. And so she's like, oh, Coach, I don't know. And that was me on the day of. And he's just like, relax. Because when you have all that adrenaline and that anxiety, then all of a sudden your muscles get all like tense and you'll get cramps. I remember for my second degree, and it happened my first degree also, where my toes wanted to just do this. So I'm literally
Right.
on the mat before I'm supposed to
With it,
spar,
right.
pulling my feet back and just waiting. I'm pulling my feet back and I'm massaging in the calf like that. And I'm just waiting and they're like, yeah, and I'm thinking like, oh, they're gonna call me, and I'm like, oh my god, my freaking toes, they're curling forward.
Nobody told her to breathe in and die.
It was so bad. No, it was hard for me to harness
She just
that.
put herself out of the camera rays now.
Yeah,
Oh,
pretty
did
much.
I? Sorry. Well, I was trying to show this.
She's trying to show off her calves, folks.
So yeah,
They're nice
no.
calves.
She's an exhibitionist.
Yeah, okay. So funny. But yeah, so
Well, she's on the radio usually,
Yeah.
so she needs to show off every once in a while.
you're so funny.
And that because